Hey guys, welcome back to another review. On a bit of a roll right now, these Tuesday reviews. This time we're going to look at Eduard's limited edition boxing of the SU-25. So here it is, the SU-25K in 48 scale by Eduard. Limited edition, and with these cool markings, and there's tons of, I think it's 8 different markings in the box. But basically, this is the Zvezda kit. The Zvezda kit is kind of hard to get hold of nowadays, and they've taken that kit and they've added their usual spin. So taking Zvezda kit, added Eduard some resin parts, some photo etch, mask set, some cool markings, and also books inside this. Now, this box is very heavy if you're going to ship it. I mean, and that's because of the book weight, I'm guessing. Now, I fully expect the book to be in Czech because obviously they're a Czech company, and that makes sense, right? So, but there should be some interesting reference material and stuff to look at in the book. So I did pick this up on Sprue Brothers, and I had deal. I had this on my radar for a while to buy this kit. I think normally it's priced around about $80, $85. Sprue Brothers had it deal of the day for $44.99. So I snapped them up and I bought this one right away. And now they're sold out. But here are the markings. We'll look at them in greater detail in the instructions. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 markings. All Czech or Slovak schemes. So again, this box is really heavy. So if I, excuse me, when I take off camera, where I kind of open it up, and so very hazy looking bag. So this is just Zvezda, basically Zvezda shipped from Russia, a big pack to Eduard, and this is the plastic, and this is all the Eduard stuff added in. So you got a big thing of plastic, which we'll look at in a minute. We've got a heavy book, even though it's it's not hardback, but it's very heavy. We'll look at again in a minute. Here's your 3D printed or your resin parts. I think they used to be molded. Nowadays I think they 3D print them. Now instructions, which we'll look at first. We've got the photo etch, we've got the instrument panel, various other little color bits, and that is it. Normally you have a external fret in the back as well, but it looks like we just got that one internal kind of fret here. Mask set, which is very welcomed. 2, I think as we go, I think one's for one of the paint markings and one's for the canopy. Decals, wow, a giant, let me hold this back so you can see it. A giant, probably like an A3 size sheet of stencils, and then you have like an A4 sheet of squadron markings. So we have a ton of those, and that is it. So instructions wise, nice thick book, typical Eduard. And you got your color callouts. Let me hold this up so you can see it if you want to pause it. And here kind of the resin parts. Oh. All right, so going through instructions here, again, super quick as always. If you want to pause it, please do so. Building the cockpit tub, the seat and cockpit tub. Continuing it and building it's like nose gear. Not sure. I think horizontal stabilizers, I'm guessing. I'm not sure why you're doing this early on, but there's like stabs. Building the walls of the cockpit tub. Fuselage halves go together. Intakes. Yep, and there were stabs earlier on. You're building various other parts, putting all together. The fuselage gear, exhaust. Then there's like there's two fuselage sides, and there's like a belly part, like underside that goes on. Adding the exhaust, pylons. There's tons of pylons on this thing. It's TAC aircraft. And working on the rudder and the tail. Wheels, which are resin. Canopy. Tons of detail going on here. You can see the level of detail. There's a lot going on in these instructions. Even though we're up to like, what are we on, like number wise? That's weird. The parts aren't even numbered, but okay. So whatever. I mean, not many pages in, but they're pretty kind of cluttered instructions here. But all the ordnance, we've got tons of stuff going on here, rocket pods and all kinds of stuff. Again, they do a Brazen does a armament set for this for about $50, where all these weapons, all these missiles and rockets and stuff you can get in resin if that's where you want to go. But obviously you got the plastic parts in here. We have a boarding ladder, which is nice. Stencil markings for the weapons and the pods, and hidden markings. So we have A, which is I'm not going to read it. You can read it out yourself, and you can see the instructions yourself. But this is the A version. Interesting. I mean, that'd be tough to paint because you got to hand paint all this, so get some kind of mask set, I'm guessing. B, it's just your three-tone camo. Is it 3 or 4 color? 1, 2, 3, 4 color. This is my one I'll probably do to C from 1988. It has a shark's mouth and it has like a pin-up art on the side. For me, that's kind of the most exciting looking one. Actually, easiest to paint too. D is similar to what we just saw, but instead of the pin-up, it's plain, and we have a different tail. This one, E, has like some kind of sponsorship on the back, which is kind of interesting. F, again, this gets a little tricky with painting on this one. You got to get blended all in here, like the shark at the bottom, but with the digicamo kind of pattern on top. So that's a tricky one. G, again, another tricky one to get this. Some of these, I mean, I had some of these tornado boxings as well. They have great schemes. When you look at like the color schemes and like how to the transitions between colors and stuff, you need to be pretty good at airbrushing and painting to get some of this stuff nailed. But these get a little complicated. F and G. H is another interesting one. I like the top. See the kind of faded kind of modeling painting. I believe we do have masks for those kind of like these yellow lines. Paint masks. That's I. And J. Another interesting one there was, I think, do you mean it's a bull? Oh, it's a buffalo, sorry, on the tail. Stencils, tons of them, tons of them, tons of them. And I'm not a big stencil fan, but there you go. All right. Now we're into let's figure out how to open this. This is very F4 Phantom-like in terms of stencils here. I mean, look at this. So enjoy that one. Plenty of fun and hours of fun to be had there. Oh, we have 2 sheets. So, God, lots of decals in this one. That's 1 sheet. Let me take a closer look here. Now, I will say this, as I say on every Eduard unboxing video lately. About 2 years ago, they switched from Cartograph to building decals in-house. Now, there was some issues with them, and then they kind of got better, but still, they're not Cartograph by any means. I mean, the color is, I mean, it kind of ties in with weathering, but it's not like a solid red. You can see it's a little bit kind of faded, the way it's printed. It's not, not as crisp, as clear as Cartograph, I'm afraid. So, the instrument panel actually doesn't look too bad, the decals. I'm assuming you're probably going to go with the photo etch, which you get in the set, but if you want to do the instrument panels with decals, again, they don't look too bad. But they're not terrible by any means. I've seen worse, but I get it. It's probably a cost-saving thing, but just Cartograph decals was one of the reasons you bought Eduard limited edition in trophy packs and stuff. Again, if it holds the light, you can see. You see, it's like not a clear printed color. It's kind of like it's. I mean, they're above average. I mean, right, I'll give them a B, but with a Cartograph, they'll be A+, but they're not terrible by any means. I mean, they look okay. It's just disappointing they switched from Cartograph. Mask sets, I don't really get those out, but you got the canopy mask, die cut, and you got one of the paint markings. You have a Fuselage instructions. You have a few little paint markings. Photo etch, don't need to get this one out either. Color photo etch, here's your instrument panel. And obviously you got your dials to go behind it. Side panels. It's funny seeing these because nowadays, you know, this has been superseded with like Quinta Studios and 3D printed instrument panels. I never built an SU-25 before. I'm not sure exactly how much you can see inside the cockpit, but I mean, this is more than adequate. If you want to super detail it, I'm sure there's being, you know, this is Zvezda kit. There's probably tons of aftermarket 3D printed stuff, instrument panels like Quinta or Red Fox, that kind of stuff. All right, let's look at the resin. Quite a lot actually in here. So we got 4 wheels. So I'm guessing this one has 2 nose wheels and 2 mains. Very nicely detailed. And these are molded because obviously you have the block cast resin, not 3D printed, but very nice. And then this is your 3D printed section here. You can tell by these support arms in here and stuff. So we got, I think that's your speed brakes. Nice. A couple of little parts in there too. I couldn't tell you what they are. These are obviously supports around it, stop it getting damaged, and you got these 2 parts in the middle there. And then this is your for your nose wheel. Again, very nice. It shows you what you can do nowadays with you know, resin printers, 3D printers. So you've got this lot and the wheels. The wheels look really nice. I'm not really a huge, like, you know, resin wheel kind of guy. I normally just go the plastic ones, but yeah, these look really, the detail, with a little bit of a wash. Very nice. So before I put the plastic up, let me let's look at this book real quick. So it's thick. This is heavy, 133 pages. And I'm just going to kind of flick through this real quick to give you an idea. Just full of pictures. What a nice book. It's really going to help you when you get painting, weathering this thing, or different versions, colors. Is this a fold out? No. So nice book, as you see, quick, down and dirty. But again, what a deal. I mean, $45 for this. And I mean, these kind of books alone sometimes go for like 25, 30 bucks. I mean, there's some, obviously there's text in here. I think normally, you know, if you go on their website, they normally have like a PDF with the English translation on there if you want to read, you know, the backstory and the reference and stuff. But just for me personally, I just look at the pictures. I mean, there's tons in here, right? There's all the Eduard markings, and then you got the aircraft next to it, what it looks like in real life. And yeah, really nice book for the collection. All right, now the plastic. So if you buy Zvezda kit, you're basically getting this. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I mean, these Zvezda kits aren't cheap anyway. I mean, nowadays, I can't remember, I don't know the exact cost of this, but you're not paying too much extra. I mean, at retail price for this kit, it's not too much extra for, you know, for what you get in terms of the resin and the book and everything. All right, so we got a bunch of sprues here. Oh, dropping stuff. All thrown in one bag. Oh. And being Zvezda, they normally go together pretty well. So, sorry, I'm just looking off camera here, but okay, the wings. I mean, I wasn't expecting any detail, but actually, there's a lot of detail on there. And there's actually rivets as well. That's like, there's not that's not the Zvezda I'm not expecting. Very plain, and get the riveter out yourself and do it that way. But look at that detail. That's a very pleasant surprise. I wasn't expecting that at all with this kit. I thought it'd be a plain kind of plastic with some power lines and just rivet yourself, but there we go. And I know some companies now do raised rivets. So I'm assuming this aircraft probably has a lot of raised rivets too, where like they'll come as decals and you can just kind of run them down and wherever you need them and enhance it that way as well if you wanted to. But that's, yeah, very nice surprise. Let's go next for the fuselage halves. And again, if I tilt it in the light, you can see the riveted. A little bit of detail in the well there. You get an idea of the size. So it's not massive. It's it's probably about 10 inches long. Or maybe like a foot actually. But yeah, again, the detail on the top. Very nice. And there's no like ejection pins or gnarly stuff going on. Saying that yeah, I mean, it's on the inside, it's on the tail. It's a little bit raised, so again, when you build this, just sand it back and make sure, test fit, make sure it's not going to foul anything. Very cool. All right, see some legs, and a pilot head. So we have pilot in here. Actually molded pretty nicely. Ladder, cockpit tub, various other parts on here. So then move this out of the way. Let's go. There we go. Oh, still a camera shot. Here we go. Again, nicely detailed. All right, match pair. These are the wheels that come with the kit. So you can see definitely an upgrade with the resin ones. So we've got 2-part fuel tank, some pylons. Again, detail is pretty nice on that. Focus. Blades, I mean, you're not really going to see too much there. Slide molded 1-part missile there, which is nice. So seeing that, I think you rush out and buy the resin ones. You also got to add the fins to it, but I mean, 1 part looks pretty nice. I'm just taking these as they come here. I think we've got some more match pairs going on. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, weapons galore. So 4 of these sprues. So I just need to show you 1. 2-part on these ones. But again, nicely detailed. So 4 of these and 4 of these. I mean, it shows you how heavy armored it is. Is it 4 of these? That bit broke. Okay, that bit broke off from somewhere. It's loose in the bag. So yeah, 4 of these. So 8 sprues of these weapons. These are the rocket pods. Again, nicely molded. All right, the belly. And there's other parts. Excuse the banging in the background. I got kittens which are going crazy trying to get in the room right now and fall around. Wheels, they don't look so bad. Obviously, the resin ones are a great improvement. And the sides here. Another nice sprue. And finally, clear parts. So no problem with those at all. And again, you get the mask set for them in the kit. And I have a few little bits and bobs there too. So there we go. That's a look inside the box. Excusing the background noise and my two mischievous kittens falling around. Hopefully you don't hear that too much in the video. But you can see it's a great kit. Very surprised with this one. Pleasantly surprised with the service detail. Zvezda stepped it up there. Again, normally Zvezda kits, you get the panel lines, nicely done, but not like rivet detail like you see on this one. So definitely a step up. Don't see too much about the SU-25, this kit. I think maybe with the conflicts going around the world, maybe it's a little bit of a taboo subject. But again, this one is in your check and your throwback markings. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel out. And if you want to see me build along, build this thing, then yeah, check out my Facebook group or my Patreon page as well. Thank you for watching, as always, and I'll catch you next time.